My name is Sylvia Marquin. Today is January 22nd, 2020. This video exercise is for class Bio 225, microbiology, and we are learning about aseptic techniques and how to culture microbes. This is part 1 of video exercise, week number 2. I have my setup over here, and I have already cleaned up my area. I wiped it with alcohol. I like to use a bag just to be a little bit on the safer side. I have my personal protective equipment, my apron, my gloves, mask, and eyewear. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and continue. I have already labeled my nutrient broth with E. coli, epidermidis, and cerevisiae. I also have my E. coli culture, my epidermidis culture, candle lighter, alcohol, pipette, and I also have already mixed my yeast with half cup of water, 1/4 cup of water, half a teaspoon of the yeast. And I also have my bleach solution that we're going to use once I'm done to go ahead and get rid of the cultures, and it has to stay in bleach for 30 minutes after I use them. So first I'm going to go ahead and turn on the little candle over here, and this is to disinfect the broth culture and also the cultures. So first you'll grab your nutrient broth, and you're going to put the mouth of the cultures next to the flame of the fire, and this is to disinfect the broth cultures. Okay, once you've done that, you put it back in here. You're going to clean your pipette with the alcohol and make sure that it's completely out of the alcohol to make sure you can get your nutrient broth inside the pipette. And you're going to get 0.25 ml of that solution into the pipette. So that's all out. Gonna open up your vial for the E. coli, and also you're gonna clean the mouth of your vial with your candle and throw your solution in the vial. Put this back in the alcohol. Make sure you close your vial, and you'll start shaking. Once this is dissolved, I'm going to open the vial. You're going to clean your before you close it. Grab your pipette again, and you're going to grab the solution from your E. coli and put it in the broth. Without touching the tip of your pipette on your broth vial. Make sure you get everything out of your E. coli vial. Put it in there. Put it back in the alcohol. Close your E. coli vial, then throw it in the bleach, and you'll go ahead and sterilize your broth again before closing the lid. put it back on your station. That's the E. coli. Okay, we'll go ahead and do the same procedure for the epidermidis. Go ahead and open up our epidermidis vial. Sterilize. Okay. You'll grab your pipette again, pass it through with the alcohol. And make sure you get any excess alcohol out of the pipette. And 0.25 again of your nutrient broth. And put it on your vial. Go ahead and place this back in the alcohol. Gonna shake this vigorously, how we did with the E. coli, until it's dissolved. We'll go ahead and open that up. Same procedure as the E. coli. Make sure you clean your pipette with the alcohol. Make sure there's no excess of alcohol on it. Collect your culture. And place it on the nutrient broth. Make sure your tip doesn't touch the nutrient vial. Trying to get everything that's in there. Place your pipette back in the alcohol. And you're going to sterilize your vial again before you close the lid. Okay. Okay. And we will do the same with the Cerevisiae. Go ahead and sterilize your nutrient broth. Okay, it's already sterilized. Same procedure. Go ahead and clean your pipette with the alcohol. Remove any excess alcohol from the pipette. And you're going to grab your yeast. I'm going to mix it a little because it's been sitting there. And you're going to grab the same amount, 0.25 ml. And put it inside the vial, make sure it doesn't touch. Place your pipette back in the alcohol. Sterilize your lid before closing again. And put it back on the workstation. Close my lid, put it in bleach, and that will complete my video exercise. So I will be seeing you again to finish my video in about 48 hours. This is going to go into incubation period of 48 hours, and we'll be continuing with the video. Thank you. Hello, my name is Sylvia Marquin. Today is January 24. This is Bio 225 Microbiology. This is week number 2 video demonstration, second part. So in this part, basically, this is when I did aseptic technique and I incubated my microbes, and they've been in isolation for about 48 hours, a little bit over 48 hours, and now we're documenting the results of my microbes. Okay, so of course I cleaned up my area as instructed, and I'm wearing my mask, my gloves, apron, and I have my gloves on. So we're going to talk about the results after the 48 hours of incubation. I did keep my microbes in an area that was according to the temperature that they needed to be in, and I kept them for 48 hours away from the daylight, so that way it can give them time to grow. So I do have, first of all, I have my E. coli right over here. As you can see, this is E. coli. And on the liquid, appears a little bit turbid in here. And then also at the bottom, there is the thick white. I'm not sure if you can see it, like the thick white area right over here. And then also, it appears thicker than the rest of my cultures. So I was comparing them, and this one looks thicker than the other two. On my second culture, you can see I have epidermidis. So epidermidis, actually the liquid is clear, a little bit clearer than the other one. And at the bottom, you can see a thin layer, if you can see it, a thin layer of the white substance, but it's a little bit swirly in shape. So I'm not sure if you can see that. It has like little swirly things. And on the last one is the Silver. And on this one, the liquid is a little bit more thicker. I'm not sure if you can see that, like a little bit more cloudy. Also, there's a thicker film at the bottom, more than the other one. So that's the Silver. So those are my 3 microbes that I did on Wednesday, and after incubation period of 48 hours. This is the result of my 3 microbes. And now I'm going to go ahead and put them on the plates, and I'm going to go ahead and let them grow for an additional 48 hours in the upper plates, and I will document my results and my pictures on my lab report for week number 2. So I will see you again on week number 3 for another video demonstration. Thank you.